experience here. Want these guys to be, comfortable, ready to go with what they're on, and I think by the smiles you're seeing, the excitement, these guys are ready to go.
Oh yeah. The player area is here, included in the South Hall as well. Oh. The setup is incredible that they're sitting at. It's similar to the previous ones too, so it doesn't, the feeling doesn't change from competition to competition.
Yep.
Which I think gives competitive players an opportunity to really dig in. But Jack,
it's time for game one.
It's time for game one, brother.
Let's get into it, baby. These stacked lobbies, they're all good to go. We are live from TwitchCon. Game one, heat one. Who will rise to the occasion?
Just on the spot.
Each game, it winds up $10,000 on the line between these zones. You also wind up having a situation where if it's tied with eliminations, or if nobody gets an elim, then the money carries on to the next game and then doubles.
So the next game it could be 20,000.
Exactly, and it could keep going.
If it happens again, then
yes.
30,000.
Yes.
Each game that the Mega Raid bonus is not obtained, it rolls over to the next game.
And it looks like we've already had an elimination come on in here as Megan and Mitro just gonna try to heal on
through the layers. Just trying to take as many shots as they can.
Oh, this 8 damage zone. This 8 damage zone.
Multiple players going down to the zone. You see your feed there. Mr. Gubber gets a double there. General Vicaros goes down.
And look, only 20 players left now. Tifu gets the knock onto Mars. A great shot from Mitro, who had one of the best plays. You see 5 eliminations, and now everyone gets brought up by the Rift to go, and this will completely change it. They're going to try to just slowly float on down, ride this zone on over. You see Mitro, he's scanning the ground right now. Where's my best place? Where can I land and begin to secure some sort of area and solid footing? 5 elims from Mitro himself.
The only risk right now with a slow drop is if players down there secure a little box for themselves and look up, they can take shots on a lot of these players that are just floating in. Cloak and Tifu landing on top of each other. And
that's that beautiful communication. Think of that call out, right? Like, look at all the little builds there are. They know exactly which box they want to land on in. 16 players left. We're now moving towards when the bonus points come in for those top placings. Remember, 4th and 5th place, you get a point. 2nd or 3rd, you get 2 points. First, the Victory Royale, 3 points. Everyone has that on their mind. 12 players remaining. Cloaksy now knocked. Tifu with a quick shot of a heavy will look for the elimination himself. Will he be able to save Cloak? I just don't believe so with this zone moving on in. It's all down to Tifu. He's building on up. 7 players left. I believe he has the high ground for the moment. And it just seems like, Lupo, he is always in these positions.
This is a position we've seen him in so many times in the past through
4 left.
Fall skirmish, summer skirmish. This is, and there you go, using that heavy snipe as a way to breach through surfaces.
It's a 1v1v1. It's a 1v1v1, and Tifu still has the high ground. You cannot make this up. This has all the signs of a Tifu and Cloaksy game 1 victory here. Oh, I thought he was about to fall on down, but no, doesn't seem the case. Remember, all these players still left have each earned 2 points automatically for their top 3 placing. But who will get the extra point for the Victory Royale? The zone moving on in. Only 29 health for Mitro. This zone will chunk him on down. There's the quick shot from Hero. The double barrel's so good.
1v1.
Tifu looks like he's ready for the heal. It's not going to come on in. Tifu blocked by the tree. But Hero gets dropped by the storm.
The back of his little tunnel right there. Mitro.
What a fantastic
Atlantis.
inventory for Mitro. 2 elims so far. You got minis, bandages, grappler, everything you could ever want.
iPhone Tinny here.
There's Cloaksy in the feed, knocking out Risker from 100 Thieves. Minis now will be popped.
Noobtra and Novi just went down on the feed to 2 players from Hero. Even our high elim players are getting knocked out relatively early. Some of these games, just because positioning can be tough, depending on the circle rotation. Now, fighting out in the storm here. Majin goes down. Tinny, the knock.
There's no way they're going to try to res. No way.
The storm, it's a very long distance rotation here.
Oh, but they're still down. And they quickly tapped escape there to bring up the scoreboard.
So I know we're not through the fall skirmish just yet, but I think one of my favorite moments thus far has been Atlantis Mitro coming out in week number 2. He utilizes that new shockwave grenade to launch himself down in that final 1v1 moment, catching his enemies off guard. And I mean, us as the spectators, we completely lost it.
He can actually send him. Oh! No way! No way! Mitro!
He made it look so easy. I think that's really what highlighted him as a player.
So many incredible moments. My favorite play of any of the skirmishes is still that Mitro,
The shockwave grenade.
down to the. That for me was one of the most 7,000 IQ plays I've seen yet in Fortnite.
That's a lot of resources on the spot to just have out of nowhere. 200, 200, 200 for all 3 materials goes a long way in initial fights. If you can get that very early and make a push against the team, you might already have established an advantage just based on materials alone.
Oh my
Look at
goodness.
this loot.
Look at the loot right now.
Gold
from
compact
Mitro.
SMG, gold AR,
Wow.
a blue pump,
This is
a slurp, 3 minis, and just based on the shoot, he's at 75 already.
yeah. This might be one of the best. They've had two. They've been at 2 limbs off the opening minute of the game. Mitro, Megan, they're going for it now. Look at how low they are on AR ammo. Barely gets any damage from that shotgun tag, but a quick cleanup there will come on through. It's so key to have those good swap weapons from, I believe, 16 total rounds now to 128. And they've got eyes on the teammate. There goes Austin. This team from Atlantis, so darn good together.
I'd like to point out super quick, I was going to say, they are the last ones, it looks like, potentially rotating in a storm. There might be one other team. They were so far out. That glider redeploy coming in big there, but low HP, 9, 7. He's going to just barely make it into 5 HP.
Now 3 and 1 mini, so 28 total health for the sex flight, and they're getting sprayed at. Oh,
lucky med kit,
a med
right
kit
above.
from the teammate. Both F3 players just staying right on the edge of the zone, and Atlantis doing that strategy where when your opponents have that high ground, you build just basically roofs above you and just walk it on and move towards the zone. They're right now, I think they're looking for their next, area of entry. And that's a great double build. Placing the ramp above will take away the ability to get shot in the back. And a very, very quick build to stop any more shots from coming on in.
Crit and the feed takes out Sova from Trouble Boys. You've got a number of eliminations happening during this Make It Rain bonus, so it looks like this one might get claimed as well, unless there's a tie for number 1. We'll have to see here. Niche trying to rotate in. Team from Atlantis built just above the tunnel.
I can tell you right now, when they go back and watch this, they're going to wish they knew that player was near one shot just behind him, but...
Mitro gets the knock on Roto as they're rotating in. Those F3 players that hugged the edge of the zone, which was an intelligent play at the time, kind of put him in a bad spot. There we go.
And look at that.
Mitro,
Those are the players that were shooting Atlantis in the back. Enough. Will still get that elimination. The Atlantis players now in play. Look at how much it takes to destroy one of those metal walls. Some brilliant tags with the compact SMG. And this is still the weapons from the very beginning of the game. That's how good the loot was for Mitro. Has not needed to change anything about the loadout.
The only problem at this point is long-range third-party might be tough. He's only got 7 medium ammo left.
Yep.
Kayun.
That's huge. With 1 health, gets the 7th limb. That's another point. That's another point right there. You've got to love that. 1 health as well now for Jaganza. 3 left in this game. Trying to play the low ground. A great shot there. Will they have time to pop the medkit? I don't believe so. The grappler not going to happen. With only 1 health in the victory royale there from the high ground for Korea and Nibs. The first time we've seen a complete duo still alive.
There, Nibs gets caught off guard as his teammate Korea's already down. Village, Jaganza. We've seen Jaganza a number of times during Heat 2.
We have more replays to take a look from the Atlantis duo.
Atlantis team, they played out of their minds.
I want to see how many limbs they finished with too.
Very quick shot there, gets the knockdown on Flower and goes for the elim immediately. His teammate Dre caught off in a 2v1, using kind of anything natural there he can, but those just sneaking the grenades in. And this is, by the way, over the course of the entire day. This isn't just this last game, because this team from Atlantis has been putting up quite a show. I feel like every single game we're able to see a 170 crit shot from the blue pump there on Tinny in the bottom of these containers. Taking shots at the team we saw earlier, Roto and Jammies from F3. Firing on them as they're rotating in. You see down below, right there out the window, the structure that they have built just to sneak away and then turn the tables almost immediately.
Brilliant, brilliant stuff again here. This is from earlier on. Remember, we talked about how low the ammo count was for the assault rifle. Gets that limb immediately rewarded with another 100+ rounds. And you see that keyboard layout from the player on your screen. It is like...
No one types like that, Jack.
You're used to having a keyboard that's just faced front, normal. Next thing you know, half these guys I'm watching, and I've seen it from other games as well, but they're playing and their keyboard, like, what is that angle? You need to go to a doctor if you play too much like that.
So the idea there, if you put your hand on the WASD, your forward, left, right, backwards, it makes it so that the keys line up top to bottom more naturally with your fingers, so you can utilize keys that you potentially wouldn't normally a little more efficiently. Team from Atlantis here. We've seen him put on an excellent show. Previous games, we'll see if they can do it again. Stink Bomb forcing of a retreat there. Stuck in a tough spot there. Going to have to push through his own structures with edits as his teammate Maestro has got a top down on his opponent stuck in the box underneath. Now's the time. You have a forced split. The window edit. More stink bombs.
They have to have a health advantage here. And I love this. Attack from the 2 different angles.
Attack shotgun shots there.
Down onto the Reaper.
No
Will
crit
Reaper
damage.
go
Trying to push
down?
through
Nope.
Every surface. Reaper is just you turbo build in this situation, going to come in big.
And this is a fantastic use of the clingers. Because they now drop down, that's Double O Flower who gets exploded there.
X's from Trouble Boys goes down.
They're
to Tifu's
always
shotgun.
up top. It is nuts, man. They are always one layer above. Look at this.
There we go, the top down. The advantage there is so substantial because as players are building up to try and get a height advantage mid-fight, if Tifu and Cloak already have it, 5 players left. Bravo and Barnall just going down the zone there.
Villix and Jaganza, I believe, the high ground now. That should be
gets
Tifu.
the knock on Tifu, which means it's up to Cloak.
6 grenades. Oh, good luck.
Good chance here. Only a little bit. 10 builds left for
Not
Villix.
a lot of mats.
Dropping grenades in, just anything. You notice he's dropping them ahead of a potential rotation in an effort to try and predict where his opponent's going to move to. Not throwing them directly at it. Villix
Tifu and Cloak
secures
down.
the Elam. Nanolite gets the Elam there. There we go. Villix, Jaganza. Redemption for the 1 HP. Redemption.
The game said,
feel good
you
there.
know what? 1 health last game, you nearly got it. This one, they get the victory royale, and just like that, they most likely stamp their ticket to Sunday as well. Brilliant stuff from them. That concludes the action here from Heat number 1. Down to the wire, some of those games. That one was really as clean as it gets. Once they got the high ground, it was 2 of them. You saw Tifu and Cloak were stuck on low ground with not much health. Nanolite all by himself, you really can't expect much.
We saw a number of times these players taking high ground from each other, the swaps back and forth. There's Jaganza, Villix. Just watch it from above.
Again, in the past, it's a strategy on the low ground. You just shoot that down. You knock them to their death.
Yep.
Now you don't even care how. As you mentioned, they don't have to try to think of what we used to see, where they would mop the whole floor with floors and pyramids and
just
block out.
Completely cover it.
Not the case anymore, because now they don't. The reason they would do that was so that it's not easy to get shot down.
It doesn't matter now.
Now
you can
they'll just
drop
like, yeah,
in
I'll put one little floor, shoot me down. I'll fall and be ready to fight.
Exactly. Picking up the save there.
No.
Jaganza flying up. We've seen him with the grappler in previous games during the heats, and just putting on an excellent show, flying up top.